Oh, I always end up feeling bad regardless, for anything. So,
yeah. Well, did you feel bad about the Alexander thing?
welcome back, everyone, to ngmi, the #1 podcast in the entire world at this point. We've seen our numbers. We've seen the competitors' numbers. It's not even close.
It's not even fucking close.
Yeah, Joe Rogan's definitely botting his podcast at this point. Anyone who is surpassing us is just botting, and that's the way it goes because we're in Web3, so that's the mentality we have. Here I am today, KMoney, with my lovely co-host, the man himself, the man with the beard, the man with the hair, the man with the charisma, and the man wearing a sports team shirt for a team he doesn't support. Champ, how you doing today?
Hey, it's a Warren Lotus tee. Have you seen these? It's pretty cool. Come on. What's up, dude? Thanks for the intro. Every attribute about me that you named, you also have, being hair, beard, and in charisma. You're actually, that's like more your job than mine. So I appreciate the intro, man. I like your shirt as well. I like your hat. I like the headphones. You look like fucking sportscaster. And okay. We got a big episode today. We got a big fucking day. The space has continued to burn. And on top of that, we can just talk about some real shit today because this is the realest podcast in the world. So we're going to talk about some real shit.
Bro, this shit is so real. It really is real. Is it real? I don't know.
It is. Man, we will talk about some real shit. We got to talk about what's been going on in space, but I want to talk about mental health. I want to talk about some real shit. I want to make the world a better place. We'll keep this episode maybe like 30, 45 minutes, and hopefully make some people's days better. So if you're watching, I know these get a little bit long, take 10, 20 minutes, and hopefully we can positively impact your day. So with that said, let's first talk about what's been going on in the space, dude. Alexander 42 got banned from Twitter.
Yeah, I think that was like the last thing I remember kind of going on in this space before I took my little mental health break since Friday. But yeah, that was like the big story of like everything that happened. I remember it was the Valhalla like FUD and things like that, and then Alex got suspended. And yeah, your boy here just made a tweet just kind of empathizing with him. I got shit on, of course. So yeah, it's been interesting. Regardless of like how you feel about the dude, right or wrong, love him or hate him, I don't think, like deplatforming is always the best way. Cause like, to your understanding, did he break any like terms of service?
That's what I was going to ask you. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened because obviously there's some people who get banned from Twitter without, I suppose, probably, technically breaking the terms of service. Like there's some very notable individuals who have recently been reinstated on Twitter. Like they just put Andrew Tate back on Twitter. They just put Trump back on Twitter. Kanye is back on Twitter.
Jordan Peterson, even though like the fuck was Jordan Peterson off Twitter for?
Well, maybe I think probably like there are ways to sort of, if Twitter wants to ban someone, I'm sure like they can kind of make it fit. Like I'm sure that there's like something against hate speech, which is easy for, like the Kanye case. Anyway, I don't know, but the reason I say that is because I think that type of stuff would be used in cases of like really high profile individuals. Yeah. But obviously Alexander is really notable in the NFT space, but I feel like none of us that are just NFT influencers are even close to being notable enough for Twitter to know who we are and do something like that.
Yeah, even like the biggest like NFT or crypto influencer, like they are nobodies. Like
you think Twitter knows who BitBoy is? You think Twitter knows BitBoy? He has 1 million followers now. He's 1 million followers.
Dude. Oh man. Shout out to BitBoy. We know you're watching. Dude, honestly, yeah, I don't know, bro, because it's like, yeah, like if you think about it, like, yes, he has like a lot of reach in like the NFT space, but in the grand scheme of things, like the NFT space is just like a small like bubble inside of a bubble. So I don't think like necessarily he had as much reach to where he would have been deplatformed, similar to, all the people who just got reinstated. It's like, yeah, man, like would it be considered hate speech if he's like making fun of people's
dude.
PFPs? Like, I don't fucking know, dude.
I don't know. I don't know why the fuck Alexander got banned.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he just got mass reported or botted or something.
But that's the thing. It's like if someone is to get like if someone was to get like suspended just from getting like mass reported, like wouldn't that have happened to Trump in like the first day in office? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just, I don't know. Cause like I've been reading a lot of just different tweets of people like explaining, you know, like people like defending the side that like, oh, it was for mass reporting. And then I have people talk about how that's not even like possible to get suspended for mass reporting, because it would happen to like much more problematic people like every day. So I don't know why he got suspended.
So
what's like the red question mark community's conspiracy? Isn't it that like Valhalla like mass reported them or something?
Yeah, I think that's what Bark has been trying to say or insinuate on Twitter. Yeah, you can see in Bark's tweet here, he says ShillinVillain.
I can't see his tweet, so.
Well, it says ShillinVillain is targeted by Valhalla community, mass reported, and permanently suspended. So it looks like the question mark team themselves is of the mind that this is Valhalla's doing. You know, I don't know what the mechanisms of this look like because I've never tried to get someone banned from Twitter. Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure if it is possible for them to do that. With that said, like, I'll say that
it's interesting because like, bro, if it was Valhalla, which like I doubt because like, okay, if it was, right? Like, why wouldn't Yuga Labs or Magic Eden or OpenSea or like just like the list goes on of like literally like, oh, dude, Psychedelic Anonymous, Izu, like do I need to keep going? Like all these projects like legit had like a lot of like beef with him, and he like obviously, you know, shared his opinions about a lot of these projects. So like I would just be like that. I don't know. I just find it so hard to believe because like I'm like, how did a project allegedly that like a new project allegedly get him like taken down when like there was like much bigger projects with much bigger communities with a lot more money that like had a lot more issues with him. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I don't know. I think that's a valid point. Listen, dude, I'm not gonna come on our podcast and try and insinuate that Valhalla got this guy taken off Twitter. I see that as very unlikely.
Yeah, same.
But that doesn't mean that I think that he should have gotten banned from Twitter. I think it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. Honest. Yeah, like I think the middle ground that we both have is that like we both agree that like he shouldn't have been deplatformed, but like we just have no fucking idea how it happened.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think anyone knows either.
Dude, that would fucking suck, bro. Like honestly, if I lost my Twitter, well, actually, after being off Twitter for a few days, like it was actually pretty nice. I don't know what I do. I hope he's still walking his dog though. That's for sure.
I don't know what I would do if I woke up and my Twitter was banned. Dude,
I know what you would do.
What?
Dude, you'd be, bro, dude, it's so easy. You would just be thirst trapping on Instagram all day, every day.
All right. Anyway, if I woke up and my Twitter was banned, man, that's why it's so important to have multi-platform presence, dude. That's why we got to have the ngmi podcast and Champ Crypto and the upcoming KMoney_69 YouTube channel and the KMoney Twitter and the KMoney fucking TikTok. Because at the end of the day, man, you got to have a decentralized career, motherfucker. We always talk about decentralization in crypto, but all these crypto influencers are only trying to grow on one platform, man. And guess what? Then you have a centralized fucking career. And if somebody decides to ban you at some point, your whole life is over, dude. Like, so, I mean, okay, that may be a little bit of exaggeration. You could probably start another one and grow it. You start another one and grow it, but that's fucked up. That is fucked up. And dude, you got to be present on multiple platforms. Even, well, Bark, I've seen Bark tweet about this before on the topic of the question mark squad. So Yeah, man. I don't know. That was shocking news to me. I mean, obviously, I don't know. I'll chalk it up to him just pissing off essentially infinite people, and there probably being someone who knows how to get someone like that removed. So I'm not gonna spin some grand conspiracy theory, but
I wouldn't be surprised, bro, because like NFT motherfuckers are always like in cahoots, especially with like Twitter. Like it's like you see like a lot of times like these like brand new projects like verified on Twitter right away have these like crazy handles. Like I don't know. I don't know what is going on. I think that's a good conclusion, is that we have no fucking idea. Speaking of Valhalla, did you mint today?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, seeing like 1,000+ ETH in volume in like an hour in this fucking market was like crazy to see. Absolutely crazy.
Dude, I kind of can't believe they pulled it off with such ease. Ease. Like, it was a fucking breeze. You know what I mean? When did they change mint price to 0.35? I didn't even know till I minted.
So I think it was like 0.35 if you had like a certain type of like allow list, like a certain role. So I think it was like first they sent out like the pre-sales, then if you were like Allegiant or like some other role.
I don't know. I spent a shit ton of time talking to that team, following that project. And I'm excited to see what they do, dude. Honestly, like my hope. This is my hope, okay? Like, and this is not like, yeah, I know everyone gets fucking pissed whenever any influencers say anything about a popular project, no matter what their opinion is, because whoever it is going to figure out some way that whatever I say, they're going to figure out that I have some evil motive behind it, right? I haven't worked with the Valhalla team. I minted 2 of them. That's it. And I will sell them my own fucking discretion. Anyway, the point is, like, my hope is just that they actually build something like that. That's the point that I'm trying to say. Like, every time we have a project like this that has, you know, exciting promises, a la PXN, are they building that Discord thing?
Dude, okay, here, yeah, I was gonna ask you. So, like, what was like PXN building?
So PXN
Sorry for the air quotes. PXN team.
PXN was supposed to be building, like a Discord competitor. Like, remember it was supposed to be like a like the Phantom Network thing was supposed to be like this external. I think it was supposed to basically be like Discord, like a private Discord, but with like more gamification and things.
I had no idea what they're building. I just knew price went up, and like I was like, this is good. And then I saw price go down, and I'm like, this is a rug. Just the same mentality everyone in Web3 has.
Yeah, I'm looking at the PXN papers right now. I could swear they were supposed to build. This fucking this Discord thing, and they're supposed to have. Where's their token? Is the PXN token out?
Oh, they have a token? I have no fucking idea.
It's literally called PXN. Dude, there's a whole fucking white paper about this. I'm looking at the website right now.
You read white papers?
Dude, where is the token?
Dude, I have no fucking idea, bro. Yeah, I think I'm like a good perspective of like what your average Joe would kind of be like in like the Web3. I've never read the PXN white paper. I just wanted whitelist, didn't get whitelist, flooded them, saw them go to the moon, then saw them dwindle down to lower prices. Not gonna say zero. I just realized, like, dude, do you and I ever like FUD anything?
No.
Should we start FUDing?
No.
Yeah, because it's like I want to, but then I always immediately like anytime I have a perspective about someone or something, and it's usually negative, I usually get to know said person or like said project a little bit more. And then I always feel bad, and like I realize, like, oh, like it's not really what it seems like, and that
no. You should never FUD a project on Twitter ever. Like you specifically, not because no. Wait.
You don't think Pudgy Pepe's is like building though?
I'm not saying they don't deserve to be FUDed. I'm saying, bro, you're you're my fucking, I'm saying this as like your best friend, bro. Listen, you don't like the flack on Twitter. Personally, you don't like when people are fucking mad at you.
I literally, at this point, bro, I am so numb to it, dude.
Okay, but listen, that doesn't mean you like it, bro. You don't like it. I know. I don't like it either. You do not fucking...
Dude, I don't like vegetables and I fucking eat them.
Okay, but listen, bro. All I'm saying is I feel like every time that... Because when you do that, it's the number one way to get people fucking saying things to you on the internet that no reasonable human being would ever say. You know, fuck you, I hope you die, your family, this, that, da, 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 da. You know. I know too. And I know you don't like when people do that, and it's going to happen. And then you always end up feeling bad. And then you always end up feeling bad, but you always end up feeling bad.
I know. Well, but like, I always end up feeling bad regardless, you know, for anything. So,
well, did you feel bad about the Alexander thing?
Dude, no. Well, like, what do you mean? So it's like I felt bad that like.
Do you feel bad about the beef?
Dude, because it's like I don't.
Kevin, that's not an answer.
Okay,
I said, do you yes or no, and you said because. That's you.
Do I feel bad about the beef?
Yeah.
What beef?
Okay, sorry. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so like, do I feel bad about being annoyed that...
No, I thought your memes were hilarious, by the way.
Do I like, yeah, like I feel upset that I didn't have a chance to talk to the guy after I made memes joking about him, while he's made memes and or has joked about me all the time, and I don't care.
All right.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into it.
He put it on wax. Look, this isn't the ShillinVillain podcast, but I thought it was worth asking because, because, like, I feel like, you know, you see things happen and you have opinions to express about them, but sometimes on Twitter, you know, you don't get to say the whole thing, and then you don't even tweet any more about it because people are mad, and then you don't really get to, people don't see the whole picture.
I learned like the past couple of days, I'm never sharing a single opinion about anything.
Oh,
ever.
you will. You will.
No, never, dude. Not one single opinion. Go ahead, ask me for an opinion.
Okay.
No.
All right. You know, I wish everybody. Sometimes I just wish everybody on crypto Twitter, on NFT Twitter, could just get along. There's a lot of animosity these days. There's, you know, blood in the streets. There's blood in the streets. Thanks for the red light to match that. There is a lot of fighting. There is low interaction. Everyone's dopamine is just sapped, man. Prices are going down, you know, and it's just down. You know that, like the OG fucking, you know what video I'm talking about?
You're talking about BitConnect, or are you talking about like you gotta pump it up?
No, neither of those.
Okay.
Whenever fucking Nick read that old copy pasta, like every day I check, price goes down. Can the devs do something?
Yeah, classic.
That's how it is right now. That's how it is.
Not to be that like woo like fucking touching grass mental health guy, but bro, I realized how much of like my dopamine and serotonin would always coincide with NFTs, the price of ETH, the price of Solana, engagement, beef, Twitter Spaces, memes, just literally everything. And the past couple of days, like taking some time away, I kind of realized that none of those matter, and it's best to like find your dopamine and serotonin from things that you can control that like actually make you feel better. And all of this is a fucking no-brainer, but I feel like me being in the space 14 hours a day, every single day since fucking February, just making content, like I lost track of that, and it kind of blew my mind. And so like I feel bad for everyone that is down bad mentally or emotionally because of like their bags being low, engagement being low, like you name it.
How are you going to keep from getting sucked back into it?
I'm just going to not break my routines.
Which are?
just like I wake up first thing in the morning and I meditate, and then from
What time?
there
What time?
we're gonna get to fixing a normal schedule for sleeping. Okay.
Okay,
But what's
anyway.
important is I am getting 8 hours a night, like 8 hours of sleep every single night. So whenever I wake up, this afternoon it was 11, and just meditate for 10 minutes. I make a fucking iced coffee to go, and I just drink it like a little fucking white girl while taking a walk outside, and I just get some sun. And then I come back home.
How far do you go? Because I'm picturing your neighborhood. I've been.
Yeah.
How far do you go?
I walk I think it's like 1.5 miles or 2 miles every day.
Damn.
Yeah,
How long
bro,
does that take you? Like 30, 40 minutes?
like 25, 30.
Damn.
So I'll do that. I'll listen to some good music. I'll drink my coffee, fucking go on the walk, come home, hit the gym. After the gym, then it's time for me to be a degenerate. Like if I want to vape like a piece of shit, I will. If I want to smoke weed, I will. If I want to go on Twitter, I will. But I wasn't this past couple of days. And that was what was interesting to me, is because I never realized how much time I spent, whether it being on Twitter or in like Twitter spaces. Because like last night,
I have, because every time I get on Twitter, I fucking see the little spaces thing around your picture.
dude,
And it's never your space. It's always some random ass space with like 20 people in it.
because I realized I don't like doing spaces.
Yeah.
I like being able to pop in, say some shit, and just leave whenever, not even saying goodbye. Like that's my vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was like 9 p.m. last night. I already hit the gym. I did everything I need to do. I was like writing this skit that I'm putting out tomorrow. I like did all this shit, and it was like 9, and I even played some Call of Duty, and I was just like, bro, like I'm fucking bored. Like I was like, how do I still have this much time left in the day? And I realized like that was the time I would normally be like on Twitter. So instead, I think I just finished writing a skit and then just watched some documentaries.
You know why it's complicated is because our profession and anybody who's in the NFT space, and even if you're in the NFT space because you want to be successful and make money and change your fucking life, or in crypto for the same reasons, you have to be on Twitter. But Twitter is also one of the most productivity sapping things in the world, because it's really hard, right? Because it's like, it's like, well, it's part of my job is like tweeting. It's going to and tweeting, right? And just like I'm maintaining a personal brand and champs only and a number of different things. But then it's like I need to also not be on Twitter, and it's tough because it's important to me to be a part of the community, right? I can't be, you don't want to be inauthentic, and we can't get on this podcast and just talk about anything if we don't know what's going on in the space. But figuring out a way to sort of curate the content that you consume on Twitter instead of just doom scrolling is really important, just for feeling better in general, I find, because Twitter will just like, you just when you're just like scrolling, you're really refreshing the feed. You know what I mean?
I've literally been in that cycle of doom scrolling ever since FTX went down. Like literally ever since then. Like I would just go, because like the last time I remember I like had this like habit of like doom scrolling was like when like Russia invaded Ukraine.
Wait, really quick. Let's define doom scrolling for the people.
Doom scrolling, it's when. So like usually there's like something bad happened, right? So like let's say FTX going down. So you see this like tragic thing happening that you just can't look away from. And so you're always just looking for more and looking for more. You're scrolling on your fucking Twitter until it refreshes, and you just do that over and over again. And then even when you acknowledge and deep down inside that you're not gaining any value or any substance whatsoever, you just ignore that and you just keep going because you're just in a fucking cycle, and it's so hard to get out of. And I feel like I've been in that cycle for the past 2 weeks up until like I took my break. It's the worst.
The obsessive urge, man, to just keep reading shit that is awful. And it's hard though, because this is also important stuff to know, right? So I'm creating content, I've been doing these videos on FTX So I have to keep up with it and learn all these things. But at the same time, oh, it's so hard to balance, and I'm so bad at this. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I almost feel like I have to choose between that and valuing sort of the protection of my personal well-being. Because at the end of the day, man, and that's a larger issue, like this year, that's the choice that I've made every single time. And we have to, and you know what? And there's a lot of positive and there's a lot of things I do that I think would benefit a lot of people that I like to talk about, as far as like ways that I'm diligent about trying to stay in a good place. But like I all year long, due to the type of content I create, the type of career that I'm trying to maintain, I prioritize that. And I would like to sit on here and say that I'll stop doing that, but I don't want my project to go to zero. I don't want my YouTube channel to stop growing. I don't want my Twitter to fizzle out, because my career is sort of built atop these things, and by proxy, my life. Because the reason I made a career in this space at all is because it's fucking amazing to me. And I do love it, but it's funny how fast it kind of gets flipped on its head, right? And all of a sudden, this thing that was really, really, really fun before, and was so fun that you wanted to pursue it with your life, is now like making you miserable. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, bro. I literally dedicated like every single day of 2022.
You were grinding, by the way, back before
Dude,
you, like,
I know.
bro.
Bro.
And like fair enough, because I know you were doing that shit for a long time. But like, I feel like what would it take in life for you to work at that sort of fervent level again? Because, bro, you were making so many fucking videos and replying to so many fucking tweets, bro. How much were you doing at that time?
So, dude, I think like my total tweets right now is like maybe like 9,000 tweets.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the first like 7,000 were just in the first quarter of the year.
You were going ham.
Yeah. It was like I think I was dropping, like when I started making videos in like early March, it was maybe like, I think I was shooting for like a video daily, but like worst case, it was like one every other day. But like I was a fucking reply guy, bro. I was making memes, like I was just doing everything.
It looked like were you happy at that time chasing that?
That's a deep question. No, I don't think I've really been happy like most of the time.
Were you, sorry, wait. Were you more or less fulfilled by your job at that time?
I mean, I'm fulfilled. Like what fills me up and like makes me feel good is usually the pursuit of something.
Same.
Yeah. So, it was a good distraction from how I was feeling inside, because I had something to focus on and something to like work towards and to see incremental progress, which provides me with dopamine. Now the issue though is that I only acknowledged that part of my life as like a source of dopamine, and I didn't go back and like look internally to work on myself, because it takes a long time for you to see progress within yourself. Whereas I could grow 7,500 followers in like a week, and I see that growth every single day, every post, every tweet, every video. So it's a lot sooner, it's a lot quicker, and naturally I'm gonna be geared more towards that, as opposed to doing like this slower growth as like an individual. So,
And therein lies the problem, because I can quit, oh fuck, I'm so busy, I'm so miserable, I work so hard, I'm not respecting my health, I'm not working out like I used to, I'm getting sick, whatever other complaints that I might have about what my lifestyle does to me. I can quit doing it, or I can take a month vacation, and then I can go deal with something 100 times harder, which is addressing real fundamental personal issues. And this isn't a problem that I think probably never mind. I'm not going to guess my percentages. I know a large amount of people in the American population. I just know they have from having personal conversations. I just know it. But anyway, I could stop with the workaholism, and then I have to go face a lot of personal issues that are going to continue to sort of be dormant, because I pour everything into this. And you know what? Sometimes whenever things are going really great, it works, dude. It makes me feel amazing, right? Like, I love feeling like, you know what I mean? Like, things are exciting and like we're achieving success. And I say that as someone who's spent my entire life, most of it, I spent the first 20, 15 years of my life just trying to fucking make it till the next time that I could be asleep so I didn't have to be awake at least for a couple hours. So I feel like I've made progress in life in general, and that I feel, you know what I mean? I'm way better than I was, but I think that this workaholic thing that we all do in Web3 is like, I feel like and it's not just Web3, but it's especially prevalent in what we do.
Yeah,
like I just don't. I think you know what I mean.
Web3 is just a pressure cooker for it though, because it is 24/7. Like stocks have a time that the market closes every day, and a time that the market opens, and they're closed on weekends. Like crypto is literally 24/7. So like us being in this industry, it is fucking 24/7. And like obviously like that's detrimental to like your mental health, physical health, emotional health, but very entertaining. So good trade-off.
Man, yeah, you know what? If it was the bull market, we wouldn't even be talking about this.
Dude, if it was the bull market, we'd be like mental health, schmealth. Like, dude, like what kind of Lambo do you want, you know? Which I honestly can't relate to, because I literally missed the bull market. I got in as everyone was getting bags, and I was just like watching. And then by the time it was my time to like make bags, bags were gone. So, yeah.
But there was a time whenever in the bull market, whenever I, when was this? It was like as almost like a little challenge thing. I was like, okay, I put like 0.4 ETH in a cold wallet, and we were just like minting and trading things for 2 weeks. And I looked up and it was like 60 grand. And I just remember looking at it and being like, oh, nice. This will probably keep going forever. Like, yeah. Like I didn't, you know what I mean? Like I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about it. And we were just trading. We were just trading and minting shit. And like, yeah, like I think I'm a good NFT trader, but like now, dude, but like, bro, like
we were all so delusional, bro.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like I was a dumbass.
Was?
Like,
just kidding.
Yeah, I am a dumbass. Exactly.
Dude, oh my God, bro. Yeah, I can't even say anything about that, because like I still am like that. Still, like my short position, the classic leverage position every week that we talk about.
Do you have one open right now?
I started shorting ETH around like 1270, and so last night I was up 580% on it.
Why didn't you close it?
So I asked myself this. I'm like, I should close this. And then I was like, it's going to keep going down.
Is it because is the reason why you never close positions? Because this is a serious problem that I used to catch myself having. Is it because you don't have the confidence in yourself as a trader to replicate it over and over again, so you feel like you need to hit it really big with one trade?
I mean, I didn't ever thought about it like that. I just like, dude, yeah, like meme coins just fucked me up.
Well, no, but it's the same. But I understand what you're saying. I asked that because it's the same way as like some people. Sometimes, like, you know, if you make money, like you're afraid to like spend any of it. And I'm very frugal by nature, but I've also begun to try and like take more risk, because I feel like that was subconsciously, like that was almost me saying to myself that like, hey, you're probably not going to make any more, so you better make this last. Do you know what I mean? Like,
interesting.
So I feel like that same thing kind of applies to like, do you know what I mean? Like, but the reality is there's like 20 different trades that if you just close them kind of earlier, you'd be hitting again and again.
For sure. So, yeah, I think like mine's just like classic like gambling addict where it's like you're down so much where you're like, all right, like double or nothing. Because like, you know, like the last 7 liquidations I've had, I'm just trying to make that money back. And so I would have to fucking short ETH from like 1270 to like 800 to make that happen. So that's probably like my mentality. That's probably like one thing I need to work on. I need to work on like quitting vaping and stop leverage trading. I think they're both in the same ballpark.
I think you should focus on quitting the leverage trading first.
Yeah. Oh,
but
man.
I mean, I don't know. It's
speaking of vaping though, this is not an endorsement at all or anything. Please sponsor us. Anyways, dude, I pretty much picked up like vaping because of Web3, which is fucking crazy. But I mean, like, it makes sense. I talked to like my therapist about that because like I used to smoke cigarettes like when I was like 12. I started smoking a pack of cigarettes when I was like starting 12 to like 19. And then I quit for like quite some time. And then I started vaping once I started trading crypto every day. And then I took a little break, but then once I got into NFTs, it was fucking all day, every day. And what my therapist was talking about was that he thinks because we work in a market that's extremely volatile and like constantly going up or down or up or down. And he's like, I think vaping is the only constant source of dopamine you have in your life. And that shit was depressing.
Well, that's what we were talking about earlier, though, is figuring out ways to replace those with other things. But I feel like you kind of have to deprive your mind of those things, of the stuff you're used to for a while to then like find it in the more basic sources. Do you know what I mean? Like if like, let's say you're getting fucked up every day or and then make it extreme as possible. You're doing, you know, heroin every single day. And then you go and try and work out. You'd be like, fuck this. I just want to go, you know what I mean? Like get fucked up again. But if you stopped or maybe not heroin because withdrawal is really bad, but let's say you're drinking every day and then you stopped. And then like after a while, whenever you stop feeling like shit and you're like, okay, like your body kind of readjusts and then maybe you like working out will start to feel really good and you'd figure out a way to work that healthy into your routine. But I feel like there has to be kind of like a throw all the shit out period. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
that makes sense. Dude, what like bad habits did you pick up because of Web3?
Just my whole day is my whole life. Like, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I don't think of these things as bad habits because they help me develop my project and secure collabs and get whitelist and find alpha on product. You know what I mean? Like, but like, so I kind of, it's a good thing in that way, but like everything I do is a bad thing, probably in regards to my mental and I'm not going to say I do things that are constantly bad for my physical well-being. I'm somebody who like eats well and I exercise a lot, but I still like, you know what I mean? I just like sit in this chair. When I wake up, the first thing I do is read 100 emails and Discord messages that I'm late to replying to, you know, that are expired. But and then there's always at any given time, you know, 1,000 things that I'm late to that are urgent you know what I mean? I have to address this. Mm-hmm. And I never take a break from that, like ever. The only time is really whenever I like eat, if I like go to a dinner or something, because I literally can't, because if on my phone I'm being fucking rude, and that kind of like pulls me out of it. But other than that, it's like game on, bro. You know, I'm at the gym, and at the gym half the time I'm listening. I'm on a call that I'm just listening on, or I'm listening to videos or news to catch up on the video I'm gonna make. You know what I mean? So like it's just I never turn it off.
And it sucks too because like I feel like because of our like workaholism coinciding with like success in some sort, it like justifies that behavior, even though that same behavior may be the reason that like my relationship with myself is failing, my relationship with others, my relationship with my family, my friends, why these things are falling apart. And that's just because like I'm like, oh, you know what, it's okay if I isolate myself and I continue to work more because I see progress that way.
Yeah, 100%, dude. But it is. This would not have happened if I didn't do that. I don't like,
for sure.
Sorry, I'm not gonna lie on camera. It just wouldn't have happened if I didn't operate that way. But yeah, man, it's fucked up friendships for me. Strained relationships. Formed a lot of bad habits. Fallen back into some old bad habits mentally, but like, I don't know. I just like, I'm in this habit of like deferring. I'm like, oh, well, eventually I'll stop. Like, well, it'll pay off when I have X amount or Y amount, or whenever my project is this successful, or when this business I build does this. And I definitely need to find balance. I need to go back to fucking therapy probably.
Yeah, for sure. I think everyone should, but I'm proud of you for acknowledging that.
Yeah, I need to go back.
Dude,
oh no, it's not. I'm not ashamed, bro. I just need to go back.
Oh yeah, no, same here. I've actually been like ghosting my therapist, which is also why I like fucking spiraled so hard like about a week ago. You were talking about deferring, and that's just like so interesting because I remember that was something like my ex always like kind of brought up to me like earlier, like once I started like blowing up as like KMoney and stuff, because like she'd always just be like, hey, like, you know, like why don't you like take time and like let's go do this, like let's do that. And I'm just like, yo, like I'm down, but like, you know, I just gotta fucking go hard for like this next big thing that's coming up. And she's like, there's always gonna be a next big thing.
My girlfriend's on my ass about it too.
Yeah. And like, and then again, I would always just justify it with the progress that like I was making with like whatever. So, dude,
but in my mind, bro, but the thing is, maybe I mean, I feel like it is. Maybe it actually, if we look at it objectively, it isn't. But it's always for me. It at least feels to me there's something that I need to do that is like legitimately like, I'm sorry, I have to do this. Like, I cannot miss this meeting. I cannot not get this other thing done, or a bunch of people are going to be mad at me on the internet. Like, I can't let my business fall apart. I can't let my Twitter, disintegrate. So it's almost like, do you know what I mean? It's like, it feels real.
For sure. But also it's like you and me, we're in like two different categories. We have like two completely separate, like, responsibilities that we have to deal with. Like, I don't have a community of people, of holders depending on me. I don't have a like,
so go on. I'm going more walks, bro. Go on some more fucking walks.
I know. Yeah. So like, for me, I have like, I actually like, I feel kind of bad for you. Like, not in like a condescending way or anything, but it's just like, bro, like literally like the past couple of days, like when I was like, hey, like I'm gonna take a few days off from like Twitter and from everything, like people would just send me like, hey, like let's do this meeting. I'm like, fuck off. Like, and it felt so freeing just saying no to everything and not having a schedule or like an agenda at all, and like only filling that up with things that like served me. Like, I've never once done that in my life, and that felt so fucking freeing, and it like saddens me because I know you can't do that. So like, GG's, bro. Oh man, enjoy your fucking walks and your 30-minute dinners, you piece of shit.
My dinner, it's funny, is right before we got on this podcast, I ate in like 5 minutes.
Dude, let me guess. The champ fucking usual of like just like inhaling a bowl of Chipotle.
I was trying to eat Chipotle actually, but
I had Chipotle today.
It was pad thai.
Please
it was
sponsor
pretty
us.
good.
Oh,
I love
dude.
Chipotle. I wish Chipotle would sponsor us.
I know. I would love a Chipotle sponsor. I love pad thai too.
You know what else, bro? Some of the projects that did sponsor the podcast have actually been doing like really well.
That's
like,
good.
Which is good. So So you know, if any sponsors watch to the 45-minute mark. Anyway, but dude, it's a to your point, like, but you know what? Those things are like what enable me to kind of be at a position in life that like it felt like my entire life up until 9 months ago was impossible. Like you know what I mean? Or like that I always like dreamed of, but I always figured would kind of stay an aspiration, and I just somehow figure out, you know what I mean? So I can't be mad about it. And also as someone humans are adaptable, right? And when you have shit that you have to do, you just do it. And it's like, sorry, some people don't, but like, I do believe that generally as people, like if there are things that you legitimately treat as basically life or death or like very important, humans, you figure out ways to fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like if you got thrown out into some fucked up situation, you had to go like figure out how to survive on the I don't know, wherever it was, like it'd be really hard, and you just, I don't know, humans figure shit out. So what I'm trying to say is that it's been really challenging, like, you know, being sort of thrust into a lot of this, and the business grew really fast, and I'm figuring this all out on the fly, but like you just adapt, and it just becomes part of sort of like the normal schedule. And in that role, it would be like irresponsible of me to be falling apart, and to be, because for better or for worse, like there are people who, if they saw me doing that, they would be like, oh, we're fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and people, I have, you know, teams of people that work for me, and so I feel like it's bigger than me, because, you know, they're getting paid, and they have lives that they want to continue with their fucking families, whatever it is. Like, you know, I guess you can always get another job, but I just feel like, I try and like zoom out and kind of make it bigger, but I wish that I had more time to kind of take care of myself. But at the end of the day, like, it's a choice, because I could, if I wanted to, I have people that will do all the things that they need to do while I'm gone. But at the end of the day, if I just disappeared, after a while, I know things would just kind of fizzle out, because I know that I'm the driving force of a lot of what I have going on, and then I also have a lot of time sensitive fucking.
Yeah, can you imagine how terrifying it would be if like if I was like a project founder, and like how the community would feel just seeing me go crazy on like Twitter on like fucking like tweet sprees?
I mean,
like,
we do see it with founders. We see it happen.
That, I mean, like probably not to like my scale of like when I go off on like a fucking manic bender on Twitter, bro.
Did you see Mitsubishi?
Oh, dude, that was...
I mean, I guess the founders didn't go on a manic bender, but...
Yeah. No, that was hilarious to see, because during that, like, bro, like, during the time that shit came out, no one was talking about it. Everyone was just talking about the conspiracy theories about Valhalla versus, like, the actual fucking rug of Mitsubishi. And, dude, to be honest with you, I remember the project, but, like, again, smooth brain here. I literally thought it was, like, Mitsubishi, the Cars NFT project. Like, that's all I thought it was. Like, I was just like, oh yeah, cool. Like, yeah, I'll get it. Like Nickelodeon, whatever, you know? And then like I was like really confused when it was anime, and I was like, that's like, okay, like pop off fucking washed up automobile industry. So yeah. Are they a rug?
No comment, man. You know, I'm not gonna, I mean, I don't know. I think it's over. The Discord's like deleted. I think it's over. Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
Dude, imagine putting in that much time building like a community and hype and marketing just to fucking throw it all away. I mean, like, well, it's better than launching though. I don't know what I'm saying with this. I'm just saying, like,
you know, their Discord got like all the mods did like a hostile takeover in their Discord and changed it all to like Operation Rug, and told everybody they're like, leave this project. It's a fucking, like, all these threads started coming out. I think maybe because they weren't paying people. I don't know, but like,
see, like, sometimes when you do take like a little break, which I always recommend, you do miss out on some fun. Like, I didn't know about the hostile Discord takeover. That sounds amazing. Yeah. Oh shit. You know, I just realized,
What?
like, we're gonna be in Art Basel next week.
I know.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we gonna shoot with?
So we're staying with Red Guy and with Cross.
Cross is staying with us.
He just texted us saying, "Can't wait to film some content, gang."
So how many bedrooms are there?
I think 3 or 4.
Okay, because there's me and Kindle, and then there's you, and then there's Cross and Thread Guy, so they can share a room.
They're sharing a room, bro. They're fucking like seniority, you know. They're fucking children, bro.
Are we gonna give
them
a discounted? Are we gonna give them a discounted rate on the Airbnb?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's a bear market. It is a bear market. Dude, I'm actually really excited. I'm assuming we're gonna be hosting these podcasts with like Thread Guy, maybe Cross for a few of them.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Bring every mic that you have.
I have 2.
Okay, I have one as well. But if we host it with Thread Guy, then can you bring the little portable one and he can hold that one?
Yeah, that works.
Huh?
Yeah. I was about to be like, let's just buy another one, but I realized like, fucking ETH is like $70 and we're broke. So
I am like 99% in cash. Yeah, but no, Art Basel's gonna be lit. We got Farouk's gonna be there, right? In Miami.
Yeah,
we should shoot with him. Who can we shoot with in person there?
I don't know. It would be cool if whoever is watching this podcast till this amount of time can just drop a comment and say, "Hey, shoot with this person," and we could do it.
Yeah, we should try and shoot with some. We'll talk about it offline.
We'll talk about it.
I have some ideas. I've been talking to some folks. But yeah, hopefully we can, spread some love down in Miami, take care of ourselves, not party too much.
I don't think I'm going to drink at all this time, dude. I learned my lesson at NFT NYC.
Yeah, I'm not even going to, you know what? That was a lit trip.
It really was. It was, I remember I was like, dude, I'm going to film like 3 sketches
We didn't do any of it.
Yeah, we didn't do anything. We filmed 1 podcast. And
without, I won't say any specifics, but that, that trip spawned some things that are still constants in our life, in our friendships circles today. Do you know what I mean? Like some relationships, friendships were forged in NYC that are still important. Cross, for example.
Dude, bro, yeah. That's kind of like the beauty about these like events, man. It's like I feel like because like on one hand, I am like they're a waste of time.
They are.
Like a little bit, you know what I mean? But then at the same time, it's like, is it a waste of time for friendship? And absolutely not. Because like, bro, I talked to like you, Cross, Menace, like I'm not going to keep name dropping people, but there's so many people I talk to like every single day that I like connected with on that trip.
That was when we fell in love. And I met Thread Guy, and I met Cross, and I met Misha, fucking Tropo, Nate Alex.
Dude, oh man, bro, that was a good fucking time.
That was. Who else?
We don't like this. Got to be so boring for the listeners right now.
Anyway,
dude, this got to be. Yo, if you're listening this far, you are the fucking goat. But also go to therapy. Go to therapy.
And if you're listening this far, I'm gonna go ahead and do you a solid in the podcast. Kevin, I think I really enjoyed these ones where it's just us. I think we should do this more often. Just talk about some real shit. Hopefully in Miami we can get some really solid content. Yeah, get the views up a little bit. You know what I mean?
I'm down.
But do you think Snoop Dogg will be there?
No, but I'm pretty confident we can get Snoop Dogg on here soon.
Logan Paul come on the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, bro, do you have any last words?
SPF.
Do you have any last words? Do you have any last words for the people?
Come on the pod at SPF. I don't think you did anything wrong.
All right.
I empathize with you, and You know, let me know if you want to run it back. I'll make a good CFO.
Yep. All right. Come on the pod, SBF. Everyone else, thank you for watching. That's the end of the episode.